I built Lego Marios from level 1 to level 99. I upgraded the Switch consoles to the next level using Legos. I made various accessories for them with a realistic look and amazing mechanisms. In the final part of the video, I created a Mario stop motion. Recently, I completed the Lego question mark block set with its cool flipping hidden design and the Easter egg of King Koopa. It has classic scenes like Lethal Lava Trouble, Bomb Bomb Battlefield, Cool Mountain, and Peach's Castle. And in this scene, I found probably the world's smallest Mario. First, let's build a Lego for playing Mario, the Nintendo Switch. I recreated the Joy-Con using flat tiles and bricks because it has smooth surfaces and round edges, and I don't want them to be bumpy. I aligned the bricks into 2 sets of directions so I can get rid of unwanted dots on 3 surfaces and at the same time put on the front and top buttons. Then I installed the slide rail so it could attach to the screen. I managed to replicate the plus button on the right, but couldn't figure out how to make the minus button because I really can't find suitable Lego pieces. Any suggestions will be welcome. The screen was relatively straightforward. I designed the tracks on both sides and recreated the card slot, cooling vents, volume controls, and charging port found on the Switch console. Removing the surface parts, I revealed the tracks beneath the screen, allowing the Joy-Cons to smoothly slide in with a crisp sound. The same applies to both sides. Let's take it to the next level. I designed the startup screen that fits perfectly into the screen frame. Remember this because it will reappear in the final stop motion. Let's continue the upgrade and add some games. While it might sound a bit biased, The Legend of Zelda is my favorite Switch game lately. I know people even created mechs and armed helicopters in the Kingdom of Tears. How creative! Creating the iconic Master Sword, we get the impressive icon of The Legend of Zelda. And yes, it's also the standard size so it can fit into the screen frame without a gap. We can compare the real console with my Lego version and the sizes are almost 1-to-1. Again, let's take it to the next level. Finally start to add some Mario elements. I designed the classic scene with bushes, bricks, coins, pipes, castle, and the flag. Do you know that initially Mario's Chinese translation was equivalent of the name Mari? So I've always been curious why a character from Japan, an Italian man, has an English female name. I included my own version of the 4-brick Mario in the scene, and of course King Koopa is also present. Then I added the background board and threw in a flying bullet bill. The scene is a crucial part in the final stop motion. And yes, you guessed it, the mini scene is still standard size and fits into the Switch screen. Now let's take the Switch console to the next level. The detachable Joy-Con design has always been one of my favorite gaming console features. But let's take one step further. How else can we play with its transformable idea? Let me offer some inspiration. Using a similar sliding track design, instead of letting the Joy-Cons slide up and down, we can make them move left and right, even hiding below the screen. Next, I will use an expandable mechanism to make a rotating motion, which means when the rotation starts, the Joy-Cons can also move with extension or contraction on both sides. Then fix this mechanism below the screen and fortify with some plates. Test its strength, install the Joy-Cons, and let's give it a try. Pulling out the hidden Joy-Cons, the screen rotates and the console is restored to its full size. Does this remind you of some specific home designs, like an expandable desk? Also, it's still 1-to-1 in size. Since the console is done, let's bring a next level to the game card. When I saw a toaster, an idea struck me. If the game cards could pop up like toast when I need them, that will be great. So let's design a mini toaster for the Switch game cards. This is a simple upgrade since it can only take in 2 cards. Again, the game cards will reappear in the stop motion animation. First, let's check out how they look. I have to say I'm quite satisfied with this toaster, but the capacity is way too small. Let's continue the upgrade. We all played on a carousel when we were kids, right? Let's design a carousel machine for the game cards. First, its base is controlled by a set of gears because I need it to rotate as a whole. Then I need to make 4 sets of bumps using slope bricks because the carousel not only rotates but also moves up and down. Next, I'll make supports to secure the carousel horses, which is the future game cards, and I need to make 8 extra supports. I once made a carousel for Chicken McNuggets before, and they're basically of the same idea. Finally, I'll insert an axle to that. During use, the shaft will take a game card and moves up and down on the bumps while rotating. Collecting 8 game cards, let's secure them, put them in, and they look pretty good while spinning. The carousel needs some decoration. I'll design a small platform in the middle, and it's used to build the rooftop. Let's put Mario and Link into the center of the carousel so they can protect the game cards. Lastly, I'll make the carousel a roof using A-shaped plates. They bear the angle of 45 degrees each, so 8 of them will make a perfect octagon. It is used as a protection of my precious game cards from rain. I'd rather lick the cards than let that happen. Almost there. Install the central shaft and let's see the final result. After all that, let's get back to the question mark block. This block is really big, and how could a regular sized Mario possibly reach it? So I made a larger Mario figure to reach the question mark. These 6 Mario styles are all different, and of course based on pieces they come with different costs. Which one is your favorite? Finally, I gave Mario some extra money. Let's see how he upgrades to the next level in the stop motion animation.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
死んだ天性